Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. We have already discussed many of the network functionalities and also the overview of 5G network architecture. So here in this video, we are mostly going to discuss about the network functionality, one of the network functionalities of 5G network architecture, that is NEF, network exposure function. Okay. So network exposure function, from the name itself, what can you make out? What can you understand? Network exposure function. That is, it is like something exposing. This function is made to expose something to the network, right? So in the next slide, in this slide, you can see that there is a network exposure function. We already discussed the network repository function in our previous videos and a few of the other network functions as well. So we will discuss what is network exposure function and why do we need this in this particular session. So network exposure, or we also say service exposure, within the network domain means making network capabilities such as data and network services easily available for communication service providers and third parties. With assigned security and data management policies, network data and resources can be accessible for different ecosystems to enrich and innovate enterprise applications. Okay, so it is a critical network exposure is very critical to achieve programmable networks that can communicate with all the internet of things devices, IoT devices, then handle edge loads, whatever the edge loads you'll be having, that it has to handle and introduce the requirement of new 5G use cases, for example smart manufacturing, automotive sectors, and like other business stuffs. So network exposure and APIs in 5G. In 5G, the network providers and enterprises can easily activate new capabilities and expose them through APIs. As I was saying, in 5G, service providers and enterprises can easily activate new capabilities and expose them through APIs, boosting the programmability and adaptability of connectivity services to fit different needs. So, API exposure in 5G refers to the ability of developers and third party applications to access and utilize the functionalities and services offered by the 5G network. So it enables the creation of innovative applications, services, and solutions by leveraging the capabilities of 5G infrastructure. So we have like a well-defined and harmonized APIs. Through all of these APIs, developers can interact with various aspects of the 5G ecosystem, like network functions. Then again, we have data services, we have IoT devices, many other devices nowadays we are using many IoT devices. And then we have network slicing, a very new concept that has been introduced in the 5G network architecture. 5G concept, actually the 5G whole network, not only in the architecture but the whole network is comprises of a network slicing, so eventually with a global reach. So all these allows for the development of diverse applications, right, ranging from IoT devices, augmented reality and virtual reality experiences, autonomous vehicles and whatnot, right. API exposure in 5G empowers developers to harness the immense potential of the network, so driving innovation and enabling the seamless integration of 5G capabilities into various industries, including healthcare, transportation, entertainment, and a lot beyond. We have like service providers that can monetize their 5G investments through API exposure by offering their network capabilities and resources as a service to developers, enterprises, and other stakeholders. By exposing 5G APIs, service providers enable third parties to access and leverage the unique features of 5G standalone, standalone network to offer guaranteed premium connectivity. Like, for example, we have high speed data, low latency, and massive device applications. And through API exposure, service providers can create a new revenue streams by charging for API usage, data consumption, or offering premium services with enhanced features. Right? Additionally, we have API exposure in 5G opens opportunities for service providers to offer a new value added services such as network slicing, edge computing, and IoT connectivity, further expanding their revenue potential. 5G, API exposure, and network slicing open up new ways to monetize 5G, either as a service enabler or an application developer. We have like 5G API exposure, then network exposure, then service exposure, device exposure, global reach for applications, and so many more things. So the service providers, uh, we have network exposure use cases like drone use cases. In drones, we use this, all these things. Network exposure APIs in 5G expand connected drone capabilities, which describes how to dynamically boost drone quality of services. These are one of the few examples of how 5G is utilized and how it is efficient in also the IoT Internet of Things world. Here also you can see this is also one of the simplified version of our network architecture, wherein we have UE, then G node B, then that is directly we have interface between AMF and UE and AMF and G node B, which is like directly whatever the interface we have, that is the piggyback message, whatever we are sending it to the AMF. And the G node B, we have it is through the 5G to G node B, then G node B to AMF, this end-to interface. It means that it is not a piggyback message that can be disclosed by anything in the network. Okay. And then we discussed also UPF, then the outside data, sorry, this is the data network, of course, which has the N6 interface. All this, and these are the interfaces for our reference. The earlier previous interfaces whatever we had was exactly same in this architecture. So we have NSSF, NEF, NRF, and many more network functions. Uh, we are we have discussed like most of them in this series of lectures. We will be discussing the few left out network functions in the upcoming sessions, and we will also discuss all the things behind what is happening exactly in 5G, how a 5G is working, how each and every functions, network functions are cooperating with each other to make a completely new and a better network architecture, better network for everyone to communicate. Like people to people communication has also become easy, device to device communication plus device to human to device communication has also become very easy with this latest technology. So it is our duty, our job to learn the new technology, to learn how whatever we are using, how is that thing functioning, how the things are happening in fraction of seconds, right? So if we understand all these basics, we will be in a better position to survive in this world actually. So if you don't have knowledge, if you don't know the technology, then it becomes little difficult for the survival. Yeah, because technology is survival these days. And in most of the countries, everything is getting turned into a technology, either into the AOT, robotics, and whatnot. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to share it with your friends. and share it with your family, colleague, and whoever needs this. You please share it with them. If you find my channel very helpful, do not forget to subscribe. Otherwise, I don't want you to subscribe my channel. Bye bye.